the following presentation of the National Football League.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. On the Falcons sideline, head coach Raheem Morris. His guys come in here winners of 2 straight. Across from him on the Bucs sideline, Todd Bowles. His guys, champions of their division, know they'll be hosting at least one playoff game in the near future. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And good starting field position. They get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they'll be led out by their left-handed quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson. 16 carries, and right away he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring. And each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Once again, it's Irving. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
To the left side, he's got McMillan. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Mayfield to throw it. Pass taken in. That is big tight end. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Cade Otton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And Cade Otton capped things off with a touchdown grab. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Falcons offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. And he's been a huge factor in the passing game all season long. His numbers reflect that. Currently leads all NFL running backs in receiving yards. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. This 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4
Throwing, Cousins. Airing one out for Boyd. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to air one out. This one incomplete. Almost picked up by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep is a very dangerous Mike Hughes. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it will be Falcon football. The Falcons offense and Michael Penix set to take over once more. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along. And from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively. And this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
They'll take this to the 46. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. To throw is Cousins. And this will be caught by Mooney. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First catch there for Evans, good enough for a first down.
33-yard line.
Baker going to give it to Irving. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Taken down.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And Godwin going to have a Bucs first down as a tackle made up at the 48-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Irvin. And he stopped immediately there. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Brings up 2nd and
Here's Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and a yard. They'll stay on the ground with Irvin. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime, 6 defensive backs. Mayfield looks to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as you see on the graphic, he's right up there with the best in the league when it comes to throwing touchdowns. Currently 2nd in the NFL at this point of the season. Throwing is Cousins. Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. That's complete to Mooney. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Cousins the thrower. Now he's going to step up and run. The Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And that one too wide and incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And that one to the right side and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Now here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. They'll score down a 36-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bucs offense set to begin this third quarter. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. A first carry for Rachaad White. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They run out of the gun with Irvin. We'll get this up to about the 44. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
Now Mayfield. He completes it to Evans. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line.
And a first down.
Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
That's another Buccaneers first down.
Now fake on a jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
1st and 10 on the 13-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the gun, Mayfield. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Buccaneers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That's good.
The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. Irving. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in after report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
McLaughlin for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And able to get this out to the 25. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Into the hands of London. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. Cousins. Looking middle, and that's complete. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
5-yard gain on the play. And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now Cousins. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Vita Vea able to record his 5th sack of the season.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one the product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. Fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. The big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Laughlin now to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Looking to put a drive together. To throw, Cousins. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
2nd and 1.
Cousins now. Got a man, it's London. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
13 yards on the play.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. Coming in to put a lick on it was Levante David. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Cousins. Complete to Mooney on the slant. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 33. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Now Cousins. And he fins it off. tipped, but he still makes the adjustment. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Throwing, Cousins. That is caught inside the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
That's another.
They'll throw again. Cousins. Under pressure now. He's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
To throw is Cousins. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Drake London from 8 yards out. And the Falcons are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Cousins now from the 50. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Kirk Cousins sacked. A loss of 9 yards. It's 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
A gain of 7 yards. It's now
3rd and goal for Cousins. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
a loss of 8 yards. It's 4th down and goal.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and that will force a turnover on downs. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, it just was unsuccessful.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Tampa Bay, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Panthers next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.
So try it again. Started me over right back at the end.
When's the last time you were afraid? I haven't been afraid a day in my life.
The dead don't die, the heart still beats, head held high, I haunt these streets, life still me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die. Knock me down, 6 feet deep, one more round, no reprieve. Life still me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die. In the mirror, no reflection. Another day, just another resurrection. Where's the glory? Just another story. I won't be the ending that was written for me. And I'm never running, so try it again. Starting me over right where it began.
It's pretty boring, isn't it? This existence. Might as well not take fear off the table.
The dead don't die, the heart still beats, head held high, I haunt these streets, life still me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die. Knock me down, 6 feet deep, one more round, no reprieve. Life still me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die.
I think everyone's a little scared of what's next. Live or die. Live or die.
The dead don't die, the heart still beats, head held high, I haunt these streets, life still me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die. Knock me down, 6 feet deep, one more round, no reprieve. Life still me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die. Life still me
This is as good as it gets when it comes to college basketball. We've said it so many times, survive and advance. And after all that anticipation, we're underway. Up and in. Great play. Rise and fire. Got it. Lets it go. Pure. Inside. The basket goes. And one. And he hammers it down. Watch out. Here comes the pain. Looking for some movement now at the offensive end. Wants the ball, trying to get open. With the ball at the baseline. Taking it hard to the hoop. And one! And that one is blocked! The junior hits that one from the parking lot. He's been sensational. From the corner. Oh! With time running out, here we go. You talk about drama, this is the greatest. Last chance it is. Beats the buzzer! Oh, my goodness! The slipper still fits! Heartbreak City! What a game! Ha ha!
Great game on the menu tonight, folks, between the Washington Huskies and the Arizona State Sun Devils. And here we have our two players who are the focus of our Star Watch for today's game. There's a look, Dick, at the starting lineups.
Brad, keep your eye on the two kids in the power forward position. In just about every game, they find a way to contribute. Yes, definitely something the viewers must keep an eye on.
Well, here we go. And we begin with a tip-off of the first half. Now trying to feed the low block. He tries the jumper. Off the mark. And now setting up here in their Princeton offense.
It's a quick-hitting offense that can be difficult to defend. The back cuts, the high post action, the screening. When these things are done well, look out.
Doesn't go. The point guard receives the pass. Goes up with a shot. Nope. He cleans the glass. Gave it up from right in the circle. Missed the jumper. And our trifecta for the night. Aaron Andrews on the sideline. And with Dick Vitale, I'm Brad Nessler. Nice to have you along with us. Tries for two. Off the glass and no good. On the dribble, gives it up. Here's a double team. Mason picks up the foul. Number 21 gets his first minute.
Very strategic substitution, Brad. Good decision by the coach.
Gave it up. Puts up the jumper. They got it. When you can pass and score like he does, it makes a coach's job a little bit easier, wouldn't you say, Dick?
When you combine those two skills, the floor looks a lot wider for everyone on your team.
Number 24 gets the ball. Wow, the horrific shooting continues.
Hey, when you get in a funk like this, you've got to get a few gimmies, some layups, something that's going to get your rhythm back and give you the confidence to shoot from the perimeter.
Stolen away. Out on the wing. And we're at the 8-minute mark. Trying to pack it inside. In the lane. A severe offensive drop for them right now, Dick.
And it doesn't seem to be turning around as of yet, Brad.
They work it around the perimeter.
Wow, what hops, baby, what hops. Excellent spacing, that's so important to a good offensive set. It's even more important to have talented guards like they have.
Yeah, that helps. For three. In and out. Mason handles the feed. Seven minutes left on the game clock. Way out on the right wing. Ten to shoot now. Now looking to create with a ball screen.
Hey, the pick and roll is one play that so many teams use these days. A great way to buy a step for the dribbler.
Man, Dick, they are making scoring here look impossible.
You know what the problem is, Brad? They aren't shooting the ball with confidence. They're just throwing it up there, hoping and praying that it goes in. And that's not going to get it done. It looks as though they have a shooter spotting up.
6 minutes left on the game clock. For two. Off the glass and no good. Sinks the shot. This guy can really score in a variety of ways down on the low block, Dick.
He's got size plus everything else. It's going to be fun to watch the different ways he gets involved in this game.
Nails the jumper.
Look at that spacing.
Goes up for 2. Comes up short. Mason receives the pass. They'll work it around the arc. He goes for 3. He's taken too many unnecessary shots, Dick.
And he's costing his team their rhythm.
And a momentary look from three-point land. About 5 minutes remaining. Can't connect. Working it around the perimeter. Launches the 3. Knocks it down. The center receives the pass. Thinks about the shot. Tries a 3.
Jumper didn't look pretty, I can tell you that. That baby was ugly.
Well, whose team tempo will win out? That's the question right here, Dick.
You know, Brad, tempo is always important. Every team has their philosophy, and it's up to the players to follow the game plan.
For the bucket. Off the glass and no good. We're at the 4-minute mark. Way out on top, controlling the ball. Dick, they really need to get something going in a hurry here.
Yeah, call a timeout and get your boys into the game, Brad.
Isolated on the outside. They're working around the arc, looking for the open jumper. And it's knocked away. Great block. They're off into transition. Nice hops. We'll get back to the action here after the timeout. Work the perimeter.
Spacing's so important. Get 15 to 17 feet apart.
With a deep shot from outside. Nails a sweet jumper. About 3 minutes remaining. Inside. Puts up the shot. And off the mark. Mason handles the pass. Moving it around the perimeter. I think they're trying to make a statement. Well, if there is such a thing as a good foul, that was probably it.
Sure was, Brad. He fouled to prevent the easy basket.
Well, Dick, here's a player in just his freshman year.
Hey, being a student in college is quite an experience, but being a student athlete is something on a whole other level. There are a lot of challenges you have to meet if you want to keep your balance and be successful.
He doesn't miss that opportunity either. Takes the jumper and come up short. terms of balanced teams, what might we expect from them game to game, Dick?
They feel they are more successful when they focus their attention on doing a bit of both, Brad. They have the personnel to be able to play up-tempo at one end and play in the half court at the other.
He's typically a good shooter.
Yeah, but not tonight. He's got to accept that.
Two minutes left on the game clock. Tries for two, and he can't hit the shot. The skip pass is picked off. Out on the wing. He shoots from the deep corner. They get it to go. For two, he hits the shot. How about the great job of getting to the basket right there, Dick?
He had one thing on his mind, and that was getting to the goal. Mission accomplished.
On the outside. He lets it go. Nope. He shoots the jumper. Missed it. Mason receives the pass. And we'll get a change of possession. You know, Dick, this guy's really elevated his game today.
I tell you, no, he's been stepping it up, man. He's really come to play tonight. Take a look. What a great performance, Brad. I'll tell you, he's fun to watch.
He shoots from the corner. Nails the J. About a minute remaining on the game clock. They work it around the perimeter. Goes up for two. Knocks it down. On the left side. He shoots from outside. They got it. Cross court. Unloads. Scores it. On the dribble, gives it up for the bucket. Gets it to go.
Up and inside.
With the big shot. Can't connect. At the end of the first half, the Sun Devils are trailing by 10. Arizona State is guilty of poor shooting in that first half. I mean poor shooting, Dick.
I'll tell you one thing, Brad. You're too nice a guy. I know that, but you're too kind. The Wolves are shooting. They're going through. Won't win any ball games.
Like a full-court man-to-man press, Mr. Vitale. Out on the left wing, looking for a good shot. He takes the shot, perfectly executed. Dick, they're really running their offense through the high post right now.
Well, they're doing a great job running their offense, working it through the high post. That's what they need to do.
Looking to move it around the perimeter. Tries one from three-point land. Missed the jumper. He nails the bucket. On the outside. Tries for two. Knocks it down. Let's go courtside. What do you got for us, Aaron?
The Sun Devils have done a poor job so far pushing the ball in transition. They prefer to play up-tempo and did not do a good job of this in the first half. I overheard a member of their coaching staff saying that they've gone away from their ideal style of play. Dick, you mentioned that this would be a key for them earlier, and guess what? You were right. Guys?
All right, thanks, Aaron.
Trying to get that ball movement, get that good spacing.
With the J. And come up short. They work the perimeter. With the jumper.
Jumper didn't look pretty, I can tell you that. That baby was ugly.
Minutes left in the game clock. For two. Off the glass and no good. Mason is seemingly at an emotional low right now.
I hate to see a young man struggle like this.
On the left side. He goes up with it. Busts the J. Now they work it around the perimeter. Turnaround jumper.
Nothing but nylon. Nice smooth turnaround jumper. The only negative, he's falling away. If he misses, he's got no rebound in the building.
He pulls up with a jumper. The missed shot. We're at the 7-minute mark. Way out on the right wing. Gave it up. With a rejection. Off the mark. Mason handles the pass. Looking for a good shot. He tries the 3-ball. Missed it. Number 14 receives the pass. Goes up for 2. Goes. You always want your players going hard to the basket like that, right, Dick?
I tell you, he was fearless right there. Did a great job taking it to the rack. And some great concentration to finish strong.
Mason handles the pass.
Great effort defensively. He says, thou shalt not enter thy lane, baby. Get it out of here. I'm the landlord.
It's a team effort across the board so far today, Dick.
Everyone is getting involved, and everyone is having a good time. The great thing about basketball is you don't always have to score to be a threat. Teamwork can help you win a lot of games.
Fed the low block. Let's watch the move as he works his man and on a fadeaway jumper. Inside. Puts up the J. He drains the jumper. About 5 minutes remaining in the game clock. From left of the circle. Scores it. Harris handles the feed. Takes his jumper. Dick, he's just taking too many bad shots.
And I don't think he's done yet, Brad.
They work it around the perimeter. Tries for 2. Can't connect. On the dribble, gives it up. For 2. He misses it. This kid's been nothing short of magnificent on defense.
He's creating absolute havoc out there.
Goes up for 2. It's good. The Huskies are going to move away from their preferred style of play and look at playing a bit more in the half court here, Dick. They've got a lead to protect.
Hey, these guys aren't known for being a half-court team. However, at this point, with the time and score where it is, it'd be smart for them to have longer offensive possessions, which keep the clock running. Excellent spacing. That's so important to a good offensive set. It's even more important to have talented guards like they have.
Yeah, that helps. He shoots from right of the circle. He misses the J. Well, I don't know if there's such a thing as a good foul, but that might have been one right there, Dick.
Hey, Mr. Nessler, I like that type of play. He's saying to the defense, no easy baskets for you. We're going to force you to make shots. Hey, Brad, you want to get to the line early and often. You end up getting your opponents into foul trouble, and it's also an opportunity to get some points.
Gets the second shot. Three minutes left on the game clock. He puts up the J. Scorches the net with a J.
Spacing.
Jumper, missed the jumper. Now looking for the ball screen, Dick.
Hey, the two-man game, Brad. So many teams incorporate it into their scheme because it works.
I'll tell you, nothing like having those legs, man, where you bounce right off the floor.
They'll work it around the arc. Gets up to make the block. About 2 minutes remaining. They've got a three-point shooter spotting up. Top of the circle, they work it around the perimeter. Lays it up. Down to the low block. Goes up with a shot. Nails a sweet jumper. And a momentary look from three-point land. Tries for 2. 2 with a lay-in. Working it around the perimeter. Turnover by the senior. They get out on the break. Look at that student bop.
I love that block shot, Brad. Really gives you a lot of momentum.
The Huskies looking to attack in transition. Well, it's time to start fouling. They got to stop the clock, Nick.
Trying to execute on the inbound.
Foul, and that stops the clock again. Ball coming in from the sideline. And the clock stopped with a foul. So they'll inbound on the near sideline. And they continue to foul to stop the clock. They'll throw it in from the side. He goes up with a jumper. Nails the jumper. Well, we'll see if they've decided to go in another direction with things right here, Dick.
It wouldn't kill them to get a little diversity in their play right now.
He tries the three. Nope. Pulls down the board.
They have one of the toughest things to get in sports, experience. Experience is so important, Brad. See situations and knowing how to react to them correctly and quickly is a great, great thing.
Makes the second shot. There they come with a double team to stop it. Gave it up. He looks for three. Off the mark. Mason handles the feed. Down inside. Let's watch the move as he works his man and on a fadeaway jumper. Shot clock is dead. He couldn't get it to fall. Pushing in transition. On the dribble, gives it up. Arizona State loses in this very well-matched game.
After a loss like this, you have to question their ranking.
Brad Nessler saying so long for my partners Dick Vitale and Aaron Andrews. Thanks for joining us.